That's just one of the songs that joined Joey and Rory Feek together on stage, just as surely as they were in life. Now, more than 2 years after his wife's death, Rory Feek is going it alone, both as a performer and a dad. Anthony Mason dropped in on him at home.
Imagine a dirt road full of potholes and a creek bank with some cane poles catching channel cat.
Rory Feek made his name as one half of the duo Joey and Rory. Today, singing alone on the back porch of his Tennessee farm, he still feels he has a partner.
It's been 2.5 years since Joey passed away. I mean, I feel just as married and just as in love, and I feel like she's just as much of a part of our life as she was.
Joey was just 40 when she lost her fight with cancer in 2016. At first, Rory didn't want to be on stage without his wife. But last fall, he started performing again.
How did it feel when you got back out there?
Surreal and strange, a little wrong in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side of it, it felt strangely familiar.
He has another partner now.
More. Okay,
his youngest daughter, 4-year-old Indiana.
Hey, it can be done, but I'm telling you, man, it's hard to be cool in a minivan.
At some point, I'll say, I have a special guest in the audience. Indy, you want to come up here with Papa? And she'll just come marching right up there. And then she'll get all nervous on stage. But it's just the cutest thing, so.
Rory Feek was an aspiring songwriter when he arrived in Nashville in 1995. A single dad with 2 girls, Heidi and Hope. In a lot of ways, he writes in his new book, Once Upon a Farm, I think the girls raised me while I was raising them. One Mother's Day, Heidi, the eldest, brought home something from crafts class.
It says, I love you, Heidi.
Apparently I made him an ashtray. Since I was required to make this Mother's Day gift, I said, well, fine. Happy Mother's Day, Dad.
It's actually one of my most treasured things that I've ever got from the kids. And it stays upstairs on my desk filled with guitar picks. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Rory would audition his new songs for the girls.
Did you ever tell him the song was just no good?
I just told them they were all hits.
In 1998, one finally was a hit. Rory's song, Someone You Used to Know, performed by Colin Ray, climbed to number 3 on the country chart.
And I became someone you used to know. And the royalties from that song bought this farmhouse. That's how we got here.
Not long after, Rory met Joey.
And you've got what now, nearly 100 acres?
We've got a little over 100 acres now.
But now, he's a single father again.
How are you feeling about that?
I'm learning. I'm getting better. I got another shot at it.
Rory's first challenge came just days after Joey died, when he could sense his middle daughter, Hope, had something on her mind.
I said, just tell me, Opie. And she went on to tell me that her friend Wendy is more than her friend, and that she was in love.
It's at this very kitchen table.
It was right here.
Yeah, this is at this kitchen table.
You were afraid he was going to judge you.
Yes.
Did you feel like he did in that moment?
Yes, I did.
She's asking me, are you still going to love me? And my first reaction, honestly, was, I don't think so.
You weren't sure.
Because my conservative Christian faith that has saved me, that has made it possible to have any joy and peace and love in my life, the first reaction is that challenges that immensely.
He didn't know how to accept who I was at that moment. And I think that is very understandable.
But Rory says he soon realized it was another challenge, just as he was challenged when Indiana was born with Down syndrome and when Heidi declared herself an atheist.
My job is to love her, even when it's hard, or even when I don't agree, or even if I don't understand. I still love her. I can still love her completely.
Do you accept?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, of course I do.
Do you accept who she is and hope she'll change?
That's a good question. I'd like to love Hopi and Heidi unconditionally, which means if they don't ever change, I don't love them less.
Mm-hmm.
He's come a very long stride.
This fall, Hope and Wendy will be married here on the farm.
How are you feeling about yourself as a father these days?
In general, I feel pretty good. You know, I know who I was before. I know the mess I was, and I'm less mess today.
If I needed you, would you come to me?
He may be a single father again, but surrounded by his daughters, Rory Feek is anything but a solo act.
If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swear.